Hillary Clinton slamming Donald Trump's tax plan today, but it's what her running mate said earlier that's really making waves. Roll tape.
We've come out of the recession and we're growing. That's good. But the growth is going to folks at the top end, big financial institutions, some of the biggest corporations, wealthy individuals. We need to make sure that they are paying their fair share and then plow those extra tax dollars into these programs. And you know what? If we do, the very people that are going to pay a little bit more, the very institutions that will pay a little bit more, are actually going to do a lot better.
All right, well, joining me now, GOP strategist Lisa Boothe, Trump Finance Committee member Anthony Scaramucci, and Democrat strategist Steve Laser. To you first, Anthony. The theory is you take some from here, spread it around, everybody gets better off because the economy will grow. What's wrong with that?
Well, number one, it doesn't work. It's never worked that way. What happens is the government starts to strangle the growth in the economy with the excess taxation. But the thing that I don't like about what he's saying is that we're 32 years away from the Mondale-Reagan campaign when Reagan was lowering taxes, Mondale was raising them. The fact that he can get away with saying that shows you how far left the country is, Stuart.
Okay, Lisa Boothe, what do you say? I mean, will we get growth if we take from here and give to here, spread it around?
Well, no, I mean, we've seen this under President Obama. These are the redistribution policies that we've seen from President Obama that have led to 100 million Americans that are out of the workforce or currently unemployed, that led to more small businesses going under than being created. Americans are hurting right now because of these policies. And it's not just the rich that they're going to go after. Hillary Clinton, as a senator, said she would not raise taxes on middle-class Americans, but she did. She voted to raise taxes on Americans earning as little as $41,500, and that was during the Great Recession. So we can't trust anything that Hillary Clinton says. She will raise taxes on the middle class, and as a result of her policies, Americans are just going to continue to hurt as they currently are.
All right, you're a Democrat, Steve Laser. We've had 7 years of 2% growth. In those 7 years, we've taken from here, spread it around, and we've only got 2% growth. Make your case that everybody's better off if we do it again.
Well, somebody mentioned Reagan, so I have to say, here we go again. We have Republicans trying to give a tax giveaway to the rich, doing essentially nothing for the middle class. People making $1 million or more under Trump's plan are going to make $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 in taxes.
I've got to interrupt you, Steve. I'm
Please.
sorry to do that.
No, go ahead.
But the question is not about Donald Trump.
Well,
it's about what
opponent.
Tim Kaine said.
And
Tim
exactly
Kaine says you take a little bit more from here, spread it around, and we'll get growth. Can you justify that?
Absolutely. It is about
Explain
time
it to
that
me.
the wealthy and the corporations in this country pay their fair
explain
share
how
of
we get
taxes.
growth.
We're talking about envy. He wants you to explain the policy, how that's going
Where's
to work.
the economics of this?
When people
That's
like
the politics of envy.
when wealthy people are paying a less effective tax rate than middle-class working people, that's a problem. And
Stuart,
we've given so many breaks to the wealthy. They have all these loopholes in taxes, and the average person, under Trump's plan, the average person would get $100.
You're under Trump again. We've been doing this for 7 years, and we haven't got growth. Hold on. Lisa, come into the argument, please.
Have we gone mad? Why wouldn't we want to go back to Reagan's economic policies? He saw a yearly average of 4.5% economic growth. We had 1.2% economic growth in the second quarter. The middle class is suffering right now. The economy is not growing as a result of the regulatory state of President Obama. So why wouldn't we want to go back to pro-growth economic policies?
One at a time, everybody. One at a time. Steve,
no, but why wouldn't we want to go back to pro-growth economic policies?
Yeah,
that's a crazy argument to be making.
We've been having growth for the last 8 years under President
Obama.
Obama.
It's the worst rate of growth since 1949.
I don't understand how you guys say that after we were losing 800,000 jobs a month. We had negative GDP growth. We weren't creating any jobs for the last year and a half under the Bush administration. The president turned that around.
You come 4 to 6% in the first 24 months out of a robust recovery. You strangled the private sector and you made it impossible for the private sector to grow. And that's why the wages...
We have the longest expansion since the Second World War.
Right now, listen to the facts, Steve. We're growing at 1.2% now. We've never done better than 2% in the last 7 years. It is the worst recovery since 1949. Why should we keep on doing what we're doing now and expect different results? You've got 20 seconds.
Well, I'll tell you, the worst recovery is better than the best recession, and that's what we had under George W. Bush. That's what these new tax policies from Trump would get us. If we continue the policies with Obama
is going down.
Okay, everybody, we're going to keep doing this for a long, long time to come. Come back, everybody, please. Thank you, one and all. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Stuart.
Coming on.